Alright, so trying to remove this taillight from a 2011 Nissan Quest, putting on a trailer wiring harness. And the issue is with this is it is really stuck. It's basically just two bolts, two 10mm bolts here and here, and then a couple of pins that hold it into the car on the front end. The problem being is it's old and it's stuck. So first things first, rubber coated gloves, see if that helps. Here we go, on here, and it helps, but not a whole lot. So here's the trick. Handyman secret open. Gotta make a handle so we can pull on this. Make sure you don't tape it to the car, because that would make it harder. Alright, so got a handle. Put the gloves back on. Alright, so here we go. It comes out so easily. Watch it fly out of the car. Alright, might need to put one this way, but we'll give it a shot without it. So we get. Again, don't tape it to the car, because that would be doom. Sorry about the jiggly. I'm gaining a little bit. If you can see right there, it's getting a little coming up slowly. Whew, it's so easy. Okay, so I'm going to go over to this one and work on that one, because I'm not on speaking terms with that one. That one's getting me very angry. So I'm going to go over here. I got the bolts removed already from this one. Let's see if it even come out. Grab my rubber gloves again. And the same freaking thing. I love working on cars. I love working on cars. You can see there's a bunch of junk that came out of that side, so it looks like I'm gonna, oh, look at more junk on this side. This is awesome. Okay, so that side's not working, and that side's not working. So calming thoughts. Calming thoughts. Do not get a hammer yet. Hammer comes later. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pull these off. I think this is probably a cap here with a screw behind underneath this. See if I can get that off. See if that gives me any play here, so that I can get into the back side of this miserable cuss. Move some of my stuff out of the way here. So yeah, this 30-minute job is now turning into, well, I've spent about 30 minutes just getting this freaking thing to the point where I can get the freaking panel off. Alright, I need to pop this one here and this one here, down in here. These two little things to get a little play on this back panel so I can get this panel off. In there and pop. And slip it in here and poppage. Okay. Give me any slack. No. Alright, so let's move all this other freaking stuff. Oh, this is so easy. I promised I wouldn't cry. DOS way. Okay, pop. 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 Enough that. Might as well take the whole freaking thing off because I gotta get the other side anyway. Yay! Okay, so those are little tabby thingies there that go into these little holes. There. There we go. That's what the hole is for. Screwdriver in the little hole and wiggle, 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 wiggle. Pop. And out she come. That enough? Ja. Ja, das ist gut. Okay, now, see if I can see the back side of this. Alright, well, I can't get to the back side of it. So, let us stick it back together. Well, that was a wasted effort. I love working on cars. I love working on cars. Time for some percussive maintenance. Okay, so my percussive maintenance did not work. So now I'm going to have to fix that. POS. Okay, so got this POS off of here. I did manage to break it in 2 spots, getting it off. But this is a pin here and here. These 2 pins go into here. So the way I managed to get it off was I fed a strap behind it, and it was not easy. But now that I know where these are, I might be able to feed it in a little bit easier to try to get it behind those pin spots and out. So I will try it with that on that side because that is facing the same issue. Okay, so duct tape didn't work. This is the other side. It's not broken, and hopefully will stay not broken. So what I did was I fed this up ahead of the little grommet. If you look on this side, you have this little piece here that slides into this slot on the tail light. So you have to slide it up in between that and the tail light. So let's see if I can get it now with that. All right, so got it here. I'm gonna slide it to the front as far as I can. There, see? Wasn't that easy? So now we go on to the trailer wiring. Okay, so the trailer wiring kit is a plug and play type kit, which isn't quite so plug and play as you think to believe, because you got to do some drilling and some wiring, you know, from the battery and all that mess. So first things first, we need to pop this assembly off here. Let's see if I can stab myself in the process. Oh, look at that. There it goes. Yay! While I have it off, I'm going to glue it back to freaking together. Alright, so same thing on this side. I'm going to take, push in the button-Z, yeah, like that, and out she comes. Yeah. So first thing we did step 1, which was remove the freaking taillights from the freaking place there. They're bolted onto the freaking car. There's a big rubber grommet in here. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. So that's where I'm going to stuff the wire in so I can get it into the car. Oh, this is lovely. All right, so that freaking thing here. There we go. Okay, so this is the sending piece, the green wire that goes way over the freak there. If I can get it unfreaking tangled. And because I have this one off already, because it was such a pleasure to remove that tail light, that I had took this apart to see if I could freaking see what was going on, and couldn't. But now I know how to take that apart. I'm going to take that side apart. And because there is a grommet on this side, I'm going to guess that there's a grommet on this side, which there is right there. Handy dandy grommet. So I'm going to run the wires on the inside of the car. Because I believe what they want you to do is to have this on the outside with the screws here and here screwed into the outside. But you know what? You got this grounding wire here. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so I got the double-sided tape. You know it's good because I got it in Germany. The doppelseitig Klebeband. Double-sided tape. Stationed over there if you want to know. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to double-sided tape that sucker wherever it went. Where are you, sucker? Double-sided tape this guy in there, behind that. So we got a plan. Now, in reading the instructions here, okay, so you plug this in on the driver's side. This side goes on the driver's side. You plug this one with the very long freaking wire on the passenger side. This goes to ground, and then this one goes to an always hot, which, and according to the kit, you run a wire under the freaking van. So from get this, from here, okay, you run it under the van. So you have to, here's one big nasty moving part, all the way under where it's nice and exposed, past the another nice big moving part, and then up into here where the battery is, and you come up through one of them hole down there, and you hook it up here to the positive side, and then that way you have the power that's constant. Well, I don't like that idea. Okay, so what I did was, that rubber grommet, is I split the rubber grommet so that I could get these contact ends through. Because they were too big, I couldn't get them forced through, so I actually had to split it. So I will seal that back up with some sealant when I'm done. I just need to hook up the stuff, and then I'll run the wire, as I mentioned before, the screen wire across like this, and repeat the process on the other side. And also on this side, this grounding wire, in the kit they tell you to drill a hole and mount it, but because I have the panel off, there are two of these small bolts. One's on the inside over here, so I'm going to pick up the one on the inside to put the ground to. And then I did confirm that this wire here on this little cigarette lighter doohickey is always hot. So that's going to be my always hot, instead of having to run a wire, as I mentioned before, from the module all the way up to the other end of the car, underneath all these neat spinny big things, and having potential of, it's sharp in there. So at any rate, yeah, get it all hooked up. Use double-sided tape to mount to stick it to the side of the car. Everything will be protected and we'll be good. Okay, so jumped ahead a little bit. All I did was I took some of the double-sided tape, stuck the control module to the inside of the fender right about here, extended the red wire so that it would be long enough for me to reach here. Obviously I've got a lot more than what I need. I'll hook the white wire to this bolt right here. Then this is just plug and play here, so seeing as I've got it run through the grommet right there, which, oh by the way, I will reseal with some sealant here in just a few minutes. Just take and plug this in. See, it's simple, just plug it in. Make sure everything's lined up. There we go, plugged in. A little tug so that you know it's there. This will go into the tail light. Give her a little bit of a tug. And out she comes. And now that gives us enough room to get our hand in there to the back side here, where we can pick up the grommet just like we did on the other side. Okay, so we got it hooked to my hot source. We got it hooked to the ground. It is stuck back in there. It's hooked to the wiring harness. This again will go to the light itself with some of Handyman's secret weapon. Got the wire stuck along the back here and into here with the other wiring harness. Okay, so everything's in there. Wire tied the excess together and stuffed her back down in there so that it's out of the way. And all we gotta do now is take and plug it back in. Make sure I got the right one. Yeah. Just take it and plug in the end there, like that. And the only real tricky part on this is gonna be this piece right here. Make sure that lines up. I'm not going to tighten it up all the way or put the panels on just yet, because just from experience I know that you need to test everything, make sure it works. Same thing, taking the plug, line her up, and in she goes like that. Line up this outer piece first, little push, and that is back on. You have a looser 10mm, which is now on the endangered species list. The lights, you can see it, but that's on. And that one's on. Finish tightening those up. Now, very important with these, do not over tighten or you will break. And these are not good to break because they are tough to come by, as I discovered when I broke the other one trying to get it off. So that's why it's such a classy glue job on that one. Okay, so that's back on. Really difficult part about getting these panels back on is just lining stuff up. And then the little T thingies, these are actually kind of a pain in the tuchus to get back in, because these, see how they're kind of like split, so I like to give them a little squeeze, little squish, and then you kind of wobble them in. Rolling it back in where it's supposed to go, so it looks pretty. So you don't get yelled at, because you're gonna get yelled at anyway, because you broke the taillight when you're taking it out. Alright, so I'm hoping to be clever here and sorry, I gotta take it out. So, gotta stick it up to here, like so. I could cut a spot for that. Put the rest of this together. These little doohickeys, you can actually pull out the middle, push them in, push, latched. We'll try a different one, see how this works. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's not bad. So, there we go. If you like what you see here, please like and subscribe for more content, and hope to see you out there.